As we welcome you back to Sports Nightly, it's a new year, and with the departure of Ted Carter to Ohio State, we have a new leader at the University of Nebraska, Chris Kabourek, and we'll be catching up with him bi-weekly and catching up on all the things, all the latest that's going on across the university. President Kabourek, welcome. Thank you for being here. What a win last night. I know first and foremost, we got to talk about that big win against Purdue for the men's basketball team.
Wow. Well, first, thanks for having me. And as I driving in, I was listening to the highlights that you were playing with Kent, and I was getting goosebumps again. You know, I was at the game, and it was electric, and so happy for those student athletes in the basketball program. What a wonderful, I'm a sports junkie, and so super proud of them and how they competed. And I heard you talk about it was a complete team win. Somebody stepped up and picked each other up, and that was so fun to watch. So, yeah, go Big Red. How exciting that was.
And you're invested in all the Husker sports, right? And pay close attention to all the happenings.
It's funny because I was just talking to Trev this morning about what incredible momentum we have. You go back to the fall, and obviously with the volleyball team and the soccer program, but yeah, not just men's basketball. But I heard Coach Williams earlier on the show, and what an incredible group of young women we have competing on that team, and wrestling. I mean, I'm excited to go watch them compete this weekend, and so. Man, it's a great time to be a Husker fan, and we can't thank all Husker Nation so much for their support, not only just for athletics, but what they do for across the university.
Well, you've been on the job since January 1st. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and what they need to know and get to know you a little bit? Yeah,
absolutely. So I would just say I'm pretty much like probably your average listener. I'm a native of David City, Nebraska. First in my family, go to college and, bleed Husker red, but, also support all of our athletic programs, even at UNO and UNK. But I love the state. I have had the opportunity to work in Omaha and now Lincoln, and my roots being in rural Nebraska. What a humbling opportunity. If you would have told me as a kid growing up in David City that you one day would have this opportunity to serve in this role, I would have said you're crazy. So, it's a tremendous opportunity, and hopefully it can inspire some young people out there to think about, well, I'm not sure I can ever achieve that dream. Let me tell you, do the Nebraska way, roll your sleeves up, work hard. The University of Nebraska will help you get there.
That's incredible. Well, so we just talked about you're a sports junkie, but you also have been a coach, you're an official. We were talking during the break about officiating. But how does that help you as a president and just inform your approach to that role as president?
Yeah, sports have always been an important part of my life. I just love to compete. And, I mean, that was maybe what just makes me proud to watch everything going on at Husker, all of our athletic programs and how they compete. And so I moonlight in the winters as a basketball official at the high school and college level, small college level. And I've told a lot of people what a tremendous training ground. You might not think about it, but a basketball game is nothing more than conflict management. And that helps me as a leader a lot in terms of dealing with people that have opinions or disagreements on what university is doing. But more than anything, it just allows, it's been an incredible opportunity to, crisscross the state. I've probably been in almost every small gym across the state. And the one thing I've learned about is, the people in Nebraska are incredible. We don't take a backseat to anyone. They want to compete, and not only on the athletic field, the volleyball court or the basketball court, but we need to do that in the classroom and in the research labs as well. So it's been a tremendous training ground, and it's been a lot of fun as well.
Well, the search is underway for the new permanent president. As you lead during the search process, what are your goals for the interim presidency?
Yeah, well, I think my goal is mostly to give the Board of Regents the time and space they need to do the search to make sure we're competing and bringing the very best person to be the next president. So kind of keeping the railroad run smoothly is goal number one. But as I told the board, I don't intend to be a caretaker in the interim. We need to continue to push forward. We need to go compete in the Big Ten, in the AAU, and all those things. And so the great news is that President Carter, while very sad to see him leave, has left us a great plan going forward. And so our job is to implement that plan as much as we can. And in a nutshell, I know we're using this word quite a bit, but the plan is nothing more than to go compete. We talk about, we've been public about our desire to get back into the American Association of Universities, the AAU, and a lot of people ask me, what does that mean? And for me, what it means, or when I go talk to people maybe outside the university, the board has made a public declaration that we're going to go compete across the board. Obviously, we talked about athletics a lot, but we're going to go compete in the classroom. We're going to go compete in the research lab, because when we're competing with the best of the best, that benefits all Nebraska. And benefits our students. It allows us to go attract more talented faculty and research grants. I'm a big believer it lifts all boats. And so that's what I get up every day thinking about. We're going to roll our sleeves up, use a lot of common sense, go work real hard, and go compete for Nebraska.
Yeah, so I guess a little bit more on that. I know you're focused on excellence. Can you tell us what that means, not just for athletics, but also academics? Like I said, Nebraskans, we're Nebraska nice, but that doesn't mean we're going to take a back seat to anyone. So we want to win, and I know that's true of Nebraska across the board. And so my job is really to reconnect with Nebraskans to deliver that message. And it doesn't mean we're always going to agree on everything, but if we can get aligned that there are so much opportunity, there's such an incredible state because of the incredible people that we have, I think we can get aligned to say, yep, we're going to go compete, we're going to give it the best we can, because the one guarantee I know from sports, if you don't set uncommonly high expectations, you are guaranteed to fail. So I'm proud that the board, that the administration, that the athletic department, our coaches, our student athletes have made that commitment to go be the best of the best. And because, as long as we're working towards that, nobody can call us a failure. Well, any other final words for Husker Nation or those listening in?
Just, again, I can't, again, thank our fans so much. I bleed Husker red. I remember listening to Kent Pavelka on the radio as a little kid call football games. And so, that kind of dedication you just don't see across the country. It truly is unique in terms when I talk to our Big Ten colleagues. So thank you for Husker Nation. We're going to roll up our sleeves every day, go work real hard, and make them proud. We're going to go compete.
Thank you so much for your time, and we're looking forward to you leading us through here. And again, appreciate you stopping by the studio.
Thank you, Jessica. Go Big Red.
And that is Interim President Chris Kabourek for the University of Nebraska. We're going to step aside here on Sports Nightly. Much more of the show coming up.